YouTube, what is going on? Back on my latest video, back in the installment of Speculation Saturday. So today I have a topic I want to talk about that I think is a very important topic. Just kind of want to give you guys my opinion and kind of open up the discussion down in the comment section below about what I think is the greatest threat to Funko Pop collecting moving forward. So without further ado, let's get right into it and get my thoughts. Here we go.
Listen, been in the game for a minute, clocking in because it's time to get down to business. Stunting is a habit, on me I'm good at it. Asking around town, I'm known as the Popsavage.
Alright guys, before we get into this video, please smash that like button down below. Let me know you guys are enjoying these videos, and as always, if you're new to this channel, welcome. Hit subscribe button down below as well so you're updates on my most recent content, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted as soon as I post a new video. So if it's your first time tuning this segment, I like to try to do every Saturday, talk about the financial side of Funko Pops, where there's different topics I find interesting, or Pops I think are going to go up in value. And today I just want to kind of talk about what I believe is going to be one of the greatest threats to Funko Pop collecting moving forward. So I've done videos about this topic in the past, but I think it's going to become a little bit even more relevant due to the increasing popularity of Funko Pops and the ease of access to them. The greatest threat to Funko Pop collecting, I believe, is going to be fake Funko Pop. So I don't know if a lot of people already saw that coming, but definitely a thing I wanted to talk about as far as on this segment for Speculation Saturdays, because I think this is going to have a big impact on the value of Funko Pops moving forward. So the reason why I think this is one of the biggest threats to Funko Pop collecting moving forward is because currently constructed, there aren't very many safeguards or protections in place to protect the consumers from buying fake Funko Pops. Now, there are guides out there. I've done several. I plan on doing more in the future. That's something you guys are interested in, because there is a lot of Pops that are being made into fakes, and a lot of people are buying fake Funko Pops and are unaware. But I'm gonna tell you guys why I believe it's affecting the value of Funko Pops, you know, the integrity of collecting Funko Pops, and what I also think can be done to fix it in the future. So the first topic I want to discuss is how fakes affect the integrity of the Funko Pop collecting. Obviously, it's pretty self-explanatory. Nobody, or not many people, want to buy fake Funko Pops. I'd be interested to see your comments in the comment section below. Would you buy a fake Funko Pop for an extremely reduced price for a grail you can not otherwise afford? I'd be really interested to see if that's something you guys would do. But obviously, most people, when they're trying to sell Funko Pops or buy Funko Pops, are not trying to deal with all counterfeits. And I think moving forward, a lot of these Pops that have been produced for Pops, you know, in previous years are harder to know if they're fake or not. You know, when a Pop is new and popular, such as Pops, I think like the One Piece New York City Comic Con Pop, I can almost guarantee that Pop is going to be faked in mass quantities very, very soon, because the Pop was so popular. When a Pop gets to be at a certain level in price, it tends to be faked a lot because people are taking advantage of that opportunity where it's a popular Pop, and they're able to get it to the consumer for a lot cheaper. This is an example of this Pop right here. This is a Pop, I think from 2013, Renly Baratheon. I don't know why it took me so long to say that, but Renly Baratheon, it was a Pop that was going for like 300, 400 bucks when Game of Thrones was so popular. And then what happened is a mass amount of fakes came on the market from China, from other countries, and the Pop went from like a $400 Pop down to like a $70 Pop because it was so popular. People are going to take advantage of making Funko Pops that are popular, and they're not really hard to duplicate and replicate. There aren't very many features on the Funko Pops that you know, counterfeiters can't make. It's just a vinyl figure with a cardboard box. I mean, those materials aren't hard to come by at all. It's not something like you see like the sneaker collecting hobby, where fakes are harder to make for the more premium of materials. Like I know foam posits are extremely hard to fake, whereas something like a leather sneaker is easier to make. With Funko Pops, vinyl and cardboard is very, very easy to come by, so the barrier to entry into making fakes is extremely easy, and there's a lot of counterfeiters out there who are taking advantage of popular products. So I know something like the Queen Elizabeth Pop. When she passed, there's mass quantities of Queen Elizabeth Pops that were being produced by counterfeiters for a reduced price. A lot of them were selling for like 10, 15 bucks when the authentic ones were going for like 40, 50 bucks. So people are taking advantage of the popular Pops. So one thing I just want to put out there as far as the integrity of the Funko Funko Pop community and collecting is if a pop is popular, be very, very careful about who you're buying from. Definitely check on the seller, make sure their feedback is legitimate. And I definitely, it would be wary of things coming from overseas. That seems to be where a lot of the influx of fakes come from. Obviously, can be fake and counterfeiters over here in the United States, but definitely something to keep an eye out for, because if a pop is popular, there are going to be bad actors who take advantage of that opportunity. So coinciding with that, the more production there are of fakes, the value is going to be affected. And that's what I kind of want to talk about, since this is Speculation Saturdays, we talk about the financial side, is how the value is affected by fakes. I gave you the example of the Renly Baratheon pop, where it was $400 and then it's down now to I think like 115 bucks. It's extremely damaging to the value of Funko Pop when more quantities are produced. This is a supply and demand side when it comes into Funko Pop collecting, or any kind of collecting. The more there is out there, the lower the price is going to get if the demand eventually catches up to it. It's always easy to catch up to the demand if the supply is constantly being pumped out by a third party who's not authorized to make the product. There's countless examples, and I'd be happy to share them with you guys, and maybe I'll do a series on the most faked Funko Pops. If that's something you're interested in, drop in the comment section below. But there's countless examples of pops that have had their value pretty much demolished from the influx of fakes in the markets. And I think the consumers and the community at large don't really know that they're either getting a fake or even care if they're getting a fake. One thing I can kind of say to help the consumers out there who are looking to buy Funko Pops on the internet is obviously buy from a reputable source, like a store, or use the hand authentication at whatnot. But if not, I definitely, like I said before, if the price is too good to be true, it most likely is. People are not going to be selling Grail Funko Pops for close to retail if it's been out for a very long time, or even if it's in the short time, such as the New York City Comic Con and San Diego Comic Cons we just had. Definitely be wary as a consumer. If it's too good to be true, it most likely is going to be a fake when it comes to Funko Pop collecting. And like I said before, and asked in the comment section below for you guys to answer, there isn't sort of an appeal to some people for buying a fake they wouldn't otherwise be able to get for their real thing. That's the same thing happens in all kinds of collecting, where people just like the item and they don't care if it's authorized by Funko or not. But the problem is that actually does affect the value of the people who are holding these pops in their collection, not necessarily just for value, but for the collectability of the product. I saw that happen a lot with the Planet Arlia Vegeta. That pop is like a, like a $4,000 or $5,000 pop last time I checked, and there is so many fakes of that out there. If you see that pop for anything less than that, even for that, I'd be extremely cautious about buying it. Pops like that are extremely expensive. There definitely is an appeal to somebody that they just like the product to pay a lot less money so they can just have it displayed on their desk at work or in their collection where people are not otherwise going to scrutinize it and know if it's a fake or not. But that still does dilute the value of the market long term, even though people are getting the product they enjoy, and it's kind of something that people who are just collectors want to have those pieces. It does affect the value, because when it comes down to selling that pop for the person who has an authentic one, there are comps out there that show that pop goes for less value, and the average down of that pop is going to come down in the long term, because there are fakes flooding the market and taking down the value with it as well. So the question becomes, how do we fix it? eBay and Funko did partner recently, become the premier marketplace for Funko Pops, so I can definitely see in the future, sometime soon, where eBay starts authenticating Funko Pops. They now do it for sneakers, watches, handbags, and other items, where you actually send it into eBay to a third party who actually verifies the authenticity of the Funko Pop or any product, and then ships it out to the final buyer, the purchaser. I think that's definitely something that needs to be done for Funko Pops moving forward, because we're getting to the phase of Funko where it's getting a lot more popular, it's getting to a wider audience, and I think that's going to only expand and not slow down at all. So definitely needs to be some safeguards in place to protect the consumers so that they are getting authentic Funko Pops. The other thing that Funko can do is implement something onto the Funko Pop or to the box that makes it hard to counterfeit. I know that Child's Collectibles did start putting in a sticker that was, I think you weren't able to peel it. It has a certain hologram, so you can tell that it's a real or not, and that's really hard to duplicate and fake. That's definitely something I can see Funko do moving forward. It may increase the price of the Funko Pop by like $1 or $2, or even maybe not maybe not increase it at all, but definitely something that needs to be done moving forward to kind of protect the consumer and the community so that people know they're getting a real one. I know a lot of people before were pops like this, the Goku pop that I've showed in videos in the past that was a fake. A lot of people were asking if the barcode at the bottom scans, because if it scans, it must be real, right? This is a fake Goku. It's not real. I've done videos on why this one's fake, and if you scan it, it shows up as a real Goku. So definitely something that's easy to replicate. I just want to make sure people know out there that if the barcode scans, it doesn't necessarily mean it's real. This box is extremely easy to replicate. Barcodes is just, you know, you take a picture of that barcode, it will scan. So it's not something that is a safeguard in place, but Funko can do some things. There are technologies in place so that it makes it harder to fake a Funko Pop, and the more it costs, like if Funko Pop started costing 20 bucks or 15 bucks, I don't know what retail is on every single Funko Pop, it would stop the counterfeiters from making it because it would be too expensive at that point for them to replicate it. I know nobody wants to spend extra money, but that's just an idea I think would help the community in general, as far as protecting the community from buying fakes. If there's something, I know people before always reference the like serial code on the bottom foot of Funko Pops, or like the copyright information on there. I've seen fakes get better at doing that as well. So definitely some safeguards in place that Funko should make. I don't know what other technologies they can implement. Maybe there's something you guys know about in the comment section below. But definitely, I think it is a huge threat to the Funko collecting hobby moving forward, because the more fakes go along, like I said, something about that Renly Baratheon, at one point when Game of Thrones was the most popular show in the world, there were like, I don't know, 100 fakes out there on eBay. Now there is like none that are showing from overseas, and it starts to be harder and harder to tell which is fake and not. You almost have to see it in person, and if you're not you know, versed in what fakes look like for each Funko Pop, it may be hard to tell. You may have a fake in your collection. So definitely something I think Funko needs to tackle now, because as time goes on, the Pops that people are going to have in their collection, it will be harder to tell if they're real or fake without any safeguards in place. So like I said before, this is just my thoughts, my opinion, something I definitely see being an issue moving forward for Funko Pops, but I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Like I said, this is a topic you guys find interesting. I don't have a problem at all doing some more in-depth research, more in-depth series of videos as far as telling you know, specific Pops between being real and fake. I just think this is a serious issue moving forward. It's a video I felt I had to make before I suggested any more Funko Pops moving forward. And it's definitely a video I wanted to do now because I think, and I can almost guarantee you, that NYCC Funko Pop for the One Piece Pop is going to be faked, since it was so popular, and I think other ones will be faked as well. So there you guys have it. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, if you would buy any fakes for your Funko Pop collection, and what you guys think Funko can do to make that less an issue moving forward. So as always, thanks so much for watching. If you're interested in signing up for Whatnot, there is a link in the description box below where you'll get $15 off your first order, and you can take advantage of that $5 hand authentication service as well. As always, check me out on my Instagram at ThePopSavage. You can stay connected there, and also my second channel at Savage Breaks, where I do Pokemon, sport cards, and comic books. Thanks again for watching, guys. Until next time, see you later.